Halo, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kipran Septian Al-Hasfi, and I will read the drama text from the An Enemy of the People by Henrik Ibsen from the page 6. Okay. Mrs. Stockman, surely it is not worth bothering about. Cannot you and Thomas share on credit to earn brothers? Peter Stegman said, I should have thought so, but apparently some people are not satisfied with a share. What nonsense! You and Thomas get on so capitally together. Listen, there he is at last acting. Goes out and open the doors leading to the hall. Dr. Stockman, laughing and talking outside. Look here, here is another guest for you. Catherine, isn't that jolly? Come in. Captain Holster hung your coat up on his beak. Oh, you don't wear an overcoat. Just think, Catherine, I met him in the street and could hardly persuade him to come up. Captain Holster comes into the room and greets Mr. Stockman. He is followed by Dr. Stockman. Come along in, boys. They're feeling slow, hungry again, you know. Come along. Captain Horster, you must have a slice of beef. Mrs. Horsters into the dining room. Edgelif and Morton go in after them. Mr. Stockman said, But Thomas, don't you see? The Stockman turning in this doorway. Oh, it is you, Peter? Shakes hands with him. Now that is very delightfully. Peter Stockman said, Unfortunately, I must go in a moment. The Stockman rubbish. There's some dirty just coming in. You have not forgotten the toddy, Catherine? Mr. Stockman, of course not. The water is boiling now. Just into the dining room. Stockman, Teddy too. Yes, sit down and we will have it comfortably. Peter Stockman said, Thanks, I never care about an evening's drinking. So Stockman said, But this isn't evening drinking? But Stockman, it seems to me, look towards the dining room. It is extraordinary how they can put away all that food. And then Dr. Stockman rubbing his hands, yes. Isn't it splendid to see young people eat? They have always got an appetite. You know, that's as it should be. Lots of food to build up the strength. They are the people working to stir up the fermenting forces of the future Peter. Peter Stockman, may I ask what they will find here to stir up a ship path in? The Stockman said, Oh, you must ask the young people that when the time comes. We shan't be able to see it, of course. That stands to reason. You are foogies like us. Peter Stockman says, Really? Really? I must say that is an extremely old expression too. Dr. Stockman, oh, you must not take me too literally, Peter. I'm so heartily happy and contented. You know, I think it's such an extraordinary piece of good fortune to be in the middle of all this growing, germinating life. It is a splendid time to live it. It is as if a whole new world were being created around one. The Stockman said, Do you really think so? The Stockman, naturally you can appreciate it as keenly as I. You have lived all your life in these surroundings and your impressions have been blunted. But I, who have been buried all this year in my little corner up north, almost without ever seeing a stranger who might bring new ideas with him. Well, in my case, it has just the same effect as if I had been transported into the middle of a crowded city. The statement said, Oh, a city. The statement, I know, it's all cramped enough here compared with many other places, but there's a life here. There is promise, there are innumerable things to work for and fight for, and that is the main thing. Calls from Catherine. Hasn't the postman been here? The someone says. From the dining room? No. The someone, and then to be comfortably off Peter. That is something one learns to value when one has been on the brink of starvation as we have. Oh, surely. Thanks.